happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
So, my question is, you girls are close, and it definitely, I love the real.
Uh-huh.
So, did you girls ever have a wild trip together?
Oh, well, yeah, we've had a couple of wild trips because we have to do press at the beginning of the season.
Okay.
So when we do that, we usually, we do our press and then we go and we hang out the night after. But we really had a wild trip when we went to D.C. We had to interview the First Lady.
I saw.
So we took care of business. But then after that, we were just so happy that we were able to get that interview that we just let it all hang out all around D.C.
Any juicy stories? Or funny?
Well, you can see funny pictures if you go to my Instagram, Lonnie Love, Comic Lonnie Love. It's like funny stuff because I'm like, I can't remember. Because, I usually like turned up by then. And I'm like, I can't remember nothing.
What's your drink?
Brown liquor.
Okay.
The Hen Dog. Detroit, all the way.
I got you. I feel you on that. What was your last girls' trip?
The last girls' trip was Las Vegas. It was with a group of friends. One of my friends was getting married. So we made, the girls' trip to Vegas. And it was just a fun time to celebrate her last night of singlehood. I think she wanted to change her mind after that because we was jamming. So.
Like, oh my God. But, okay, so on a girls' trip, do you feel on a girls' trip, what happens on the girls' trip stays on a girls' trip?
Let me tell y'all, if you go on a girls' trip, don't give away what happened. You don't tell nobody else because that's the purpose of the girls' trip. Is that you bond and it stays into that circle. You don't go telling your husband, boyfriend, look what she did. And you don't do that because then you're not really friends if that happens.
I agree with you. I like your advice.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you had to what's your favorite thing to do on a trip?
The favorite thing for me is to actually go where some guys are and flirt and try to get them to pay for the bill.
Yeah. Well, I feel you on that one.
That's like a challenge. Like, okay, you look over it like, what table? Okay, I think there. Hey.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So you and the girls on the real obviously are super fun and very open. And if I had to pick somebody, I'd be like, that's Lonnie's the one to go on vacay with. If you had to pick one of the girls from the girls trip, who would it be?
Actually, it would be Jeannie because Jeannie knows all the places. She knows where to go. She would plan everything. She would actually know what restaurants to go eat. She's like a planner like that because she travels a lot.
Oh, okay.
And then she probably wherever we go, she's already been. So I would pick Jeannie. Yeah,
Jeannie
dog.
One of these girls from the movie, who would you pick?
You know what? I gotta pick my
one.
girl, but I gotta pick Tiffany because Tiffany gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I'll be the responsible one.
Are you though?
Tiffany's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I'll be responsible for Tiffany. So you gotta decide which
Everyone
role
has
you're
a
gonna
role.
take. Exactly.
It is true. Everyone has a role.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
So good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you.
So today we're at a girls' trip.
Yes.
So I want to know, what is your most memorable girls' trip? Like maybe your husband should step away from it.
No, it's just that whenever I go to New York, I always hang out with all my girlfriends that I haven't seen in forever that I started with in the business. And those are always really exciting because you can get sloppy drunk and get a cab and walk home. Stuff like that. And just go back through, the beginning of everything. So,
Is New York your favorite vacay spot?
I love hanging out in New York because you can go to the theater and enjoy yourself. And it's just really, it's a hot place to, hang.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
And when you go on a girls' trip, everyone has a role, like the organizer, the responsible one. Which one are you? The party one?
Oh my God. I think I'm the boring one. I'm usually,
No way.
I know who everybody else is. You know how you can't, I don't think I have a label for myself.
Oh.
But I do know sometimes I'm maybe the organizer of things, but not that often.
Okay, so you're able to get the girls in.
Yeah, get everybody together to do
That's
something.
really
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
And who are you closest with on this movie?
Well, I just finished working with Tiffany on the Carmichael show, but I also just finished working with Queen Latifah on a movie called Trap. So I've worked with all the girls before. Jada way back in the day with what was it? Hoodlums? What was that the movie? Kingdom Come. I worked with Jada on Kingdom Come and Regina Hall. We just did a new movie for Netflix. Who else? And everybody. So I've worked with everybody. I'm so happy for everybody.
Yeah, of course. No, it's a really fun group.
And I didn't play their mom either. No.
No, girl, absolutely not. And if you had to tell your young self partier, what advice would you give?
To a young party, have all the fun you can while you can.
And is that
enjoy
the same
yourself.
advice at any age?
At any age,
Okay.
girls, have a party. Yes.
Thank you so much, just
Nice
understanding me.
talking
Thank
to
you.
Okay.
Good. How are you? So,
Really good.
So it's obviously a girls' trip. It's
Yes.
all about going out with the girls. What is your favorite girls' trip you ever had?
Oh my God, I shot a movie in Trinidad. It was all girls.
Okay.
So to me, that was our girls' trip.
And anything crazy, funny, exciting?
Everything.
Okay, what
We
are the
would
rules?
work during the day, and then we'd go back to my hotel room. We would have tequila. We would do all kinds of stuff.
What
Can't
kind
say.
of stuff?
I'm not saying a word. I'll be incriminated. Incriminating myself.
Is there any rules to girls' trip?
No, have fun, support each other, look out for each other. That's it.
And what happens on a girls' trip? Does it stay on a girls' trip?
Stays there.
And what would be your number one place to go on a girls' trip?
Jamaica.
Have you been before?
Yes.
And
It's amazing.
any fun stories?
Good food, good everything, good boys.
Well, that's a big part of the girls'
Good-
trip.
Yeah, absolutely. Good drinking, good smoking.
Good music.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing to get dressed to?
To get dressed to?
Yeah, music.
Oh my God! I mean, Beyonce, you can never go wrong. R&B, you can never go wrong. A little Kendrick Lamar,
Get you ready for the night.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I really
You're
enjoy it.
welcome.
Marissa, from Rolling Out.
Yes, you look so familiar. Have we met before?
I mean, I've done this before with Rolling Out. So no, it's okay. There's so many people.
Okay, cool.
It's all good.
It's all good? Okay, cool.
So it's girls' trip. So what do you wear and when you're ready to go out with your girls? What's like the one thing you're like, this is my outfit that I'm hot, feeling myself in?
Well, I'm always doing the most. You know, the friend that does the most, that's me. So I'm always that girl. So I'm always like in the booty shorts. And most of my friends are married. I'm here with my best friend, and she's married, has a kid. Most of my friends, have the same life, and I'm the one that doesn't have kids, and I'm not married. So they're like, Brescia, can you put on some clothes? So that's me. Anything where I have to be asked to put on some clothes, that's me. If I'm not going to be around your husband, we're on a girls' trip.
You're ready to go.
I'm ready to go and be a girl and party. And I encourage all my friends to pull out their booty shorts and just be really, really inappropriate.
But don't share it.
Huh?
Don't share it.
No.
What happens at the girl trip
Stays in the girl trip, and we take pictures, and we're just really, we keep those to ourselves.
What is your favorite girl trip you've been on?
Well, I went to Cabo my past birthday, and all my girlfriends and their boyfriends came. But it's all good. We had our girl time. But we went to go see Beyonce. Yeah, that was like, now that I think about it, that was like one of my best ones. Even though it was in LA, we got in the car together. We listened to her music. She's our spiritual goddess. And so when the women come together and unite for Beyonce, that is when we all unite our goddess like light for B. And we were in the Bay Hive and the Beehive. I spent all my money for my birthday, got in the Beehive, and I was there like, Beyonce! I touched her leg, She saw me. I was like, hey, B, I know I'm not supposed to be out here, right? I'm supposed to be backstage with you and Solange. But,
Chilling so casually.
So casually. I'm here for you, boo. But it was great. That was one of my favorite ones.
And then what is a number one tip you have for a girls' trip?
Everybody just follow each other. Like, follow the, I feel like sometimes girls' trip, we all have different personalities. We're all on our, we all get on the same cycle, maybe TMI, but that is true. Real friends, we get on the same thing. So, everybody's just trying to, be on the same level. And, don't be that one. It's just like, I'm hungry. I need to go to the bathroom. Don't be that, If we're going to go eat, we're going to go eat. Don't be fussy. Like, everybody, like, this chill. Girls trip. Fun.
How often do you go on girls' trips?
I need a break sometimes. I just do my friends in doses, and then we all come together for certain events. Okay. So for different birthdays, we do girls' trips. Like, we go to wine country, do things like that.
Okay. And any boys on the girls' trip?
Good. Yeah.
Do you invite boys on a girls' trip?
No.
No.
No. Put your phones down.
Yeah. And you have something really fun coming up.
Marlon on NBC, August 16th. It's going to be so funny. It's a sitcom, and it comes on Wednesday nights right after America's Got Talent, and we're on from 9 and 9:30.
And can you tell us about that?
Oh, Marlon, it's a new sitcom, and it's about a couple that's newly divorced, and they're raising their kids, and it's like redefining how you raise family after you've been divorced, and how you can still remain friends, and how your friends have, become a part of the village that becomes your family. And so I play Essence Atkins' best friend, Yvette, and I'm always giving her the worst advice, and and that just comedy ensues in that. It's so funny. It's so cute.
And do you have any advice along those topics?
Oh, well, I'm that friend. I am really close to Yvette because I'm that friend that will watch your kids and give them the worst advice. I'll, have things around my house that they can't touch. It's not baby proof. Like one time, my girlfriend, she left her baby at my house. I just left it in the middle of the bed and created a barricade around my bed. And I just stared at it until she got back.
Like a playpen.
Yeah, and he was so happy. He just sat there and played with his toys and made sure he was good. It was like, you not wet, you good, Just didn't want anything to happen.
Right, no, I think you did a good job.
Thank you. She thought it was weird, but whatever.
It worked.
It worked.
Well, thank you so much.
Of
We're
course.
super excited.
Yes.
Can you do a shout out to Rolling Out?
Yes, hey, it's your girl Brescia Webb, and you are watching Rolling Out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. So we're at Girls Trip.
Yes.
Okay, well, you're not a girl.
I'm not.
Were you shocked about something that were suggested to you about what happens on a girls' trip?
Well, somewhat, but not really. My wife and her crew, they keep it pretty real with me from the outset. But when we started to develop the script and started talking to some other writers and other women writers, they went right to penis jokes all the time. I'm like, really? We have a pretty high penis quotient already. Let's scale back, but they kept on being the default.
So who do you think is worse, girls or guys?
Girls.
In their locker room talk.
Without a doubt, it's ladies. Without a doubt, it's ladies.
And what did your wife think about it?
She
Was she like, oh yeah, this happened?
Yeah, she agrees. She's like, hey, that's what we do.
And what is your best memory you had while doing the movie?
I don't know if a specific memory, but it was a tough shoot, but I knew we were making something special when we put it all together. I felt like even though I was really tired and it was a tough thing to do, we knew we had something that could be potentially really great. So we were happy about that.
There's a lot of girls. What's one thing that you learned about being all around those girls in the workforce?
They're the dominant sex. Right?
Yeah, good answer.
I think so. The greater sex.
Okay, it was fine. Were you shocked about anything that girls do? Were you like, wow, that's really crazy?
Not really. Listen, I think that we went into this movie saying that we want to push the envelope. We want to be real and and if that's how y'all want to get down, let's show it.
And I love that. I really, really love it a lot. It makes it real, relatable, and that's what really makes the movie what it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And would you mind doing just a little shout out
Sure.
for Black Travel LA?
Black Travel LA. What do you want me to say?
You can say, hey, Malcolm here. Thanks for tuning in. Or you can say Rolling Out. Hey, Malcolm here. Thanks for tuning in to Rolling Out TV.
Hey, Malcolm D. Lee here, director of Girls Trip. Thanks for tuning in to Rolling Out TV. Good?
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
I'm Marissa.
Hi, Marissa. I'm
So we're here at Girls Trip.
Yes.
So obviously we're all talking about Girls Trip and experiences. Do you have any good trip that you can share? Something scandalous, funny?
You know what? One of the best girls trip I ever took was back in 2000, maybe 5 or 6. Gabrielle Union and I went to Egypt together. And that was an amazing, amazing trip. We were guests of the country. We were presenting at their film festival. And we were as guests of the country, we had our own Egyptologist guiding us around, which was amazing. We did a Nile cruise. We stayed on a boat and went down the river. I mean, it was one of the most epic, amazing, fantastic trips ever. And it was luxurious, and it was educational, and it was inspirational. But last year, I took my niece on her first girls' trip abroad. I took her to Rome. And we came back and got matching tattoos. So there you have it.
Well, that seems like a great trip.
That's a great trip.
That's a bond.
Yeah, that's definitely a bond.
Well, there is a bond when you do go on a girls' trip.
Well, you just don't know. Like, you know, she's 19, and I wasn't sure what it would be like to travel with her. And clearly it was amazing, and we had an incredible time. And you know, she talked to me about getting a tattoo in Rome, and she showed me her idea, and I was like, I love it, it's beautiful. She was like, do it with me, and I was like, okay. So I got my first tattoo at 44 years old, all right? That's crazy.
Well, what do you think about girls' trip at 19 versus having a girls' trip as an adult?
I think, you know, it is what you make of it. I think life is that way. I don't think that there's necessarily a chronology that makes you have a good time. I think it's an attitude. If your attitude is one of gratitude and you're kind of in and you go with the punches, you can have a great time anywhere. But the one thing that I will say is that I think every girl should have a girls' trip alone. I think it's important for everybody to go somewhere and just be your own company, be on your own schedule, and do what you want to do.
And obviously you have been on your own girls' trip.
Yes.
Okay, what's the last one you went on?
My last girls' trip alone was to Zihuatanejo, Mexico.
And how was that?
Amazing. Amazing.
You go every year?
I try to go at least once a year somewhere, yeah.
And how long do you stay for?
Depends. Couple days, could be a week. But yeah, it's good. It's really, really good. I mean, it's a little funny at the table when they're like, really? Like, una persona? No, amigo? No. And I'm like, no, I'm by myself. Really? I'm by myself, okay? Like, this is the third day in a row you've asked me, am I still by myself? Yes, I am.
No, that's okay, though.
Exactly.
That's good advice.
No, it's good.
I really like that a lot. And I do have something really cool coming up.
I do.
So talk about that.
Marlon, NBC, we're coming on after America's Got Talent live results, which is August 16th, 9 and 9:30. We're so excited. Myself and Marlon Wayans, you guys are going to love him, love us together, love the show. The show's about a newly divorced couple who are still co-parenting in love. And with awkwardness and inappropriateness. Everything that you would expect from Marlon is in the show, but it'll also tug at your heartstrings, and you'll love these characters.
And what about your character? Talk about your character.
Oh, my character, Ashley. You see why she loves him and why she had to leave him. No, I mean, you know, I'm starting out. I'm trying to figure it all out. It's awkward. It's an awkward process. It's an uncomfortable process, but it doesn't have to be an awful process. You know, divorce, I think as long as you kind of shroud and move in love, anything can work to make it better. Anything.
Right. Well, that's really great. I'm so
Thanks.
excited. I can't wait to tune in.
Thank you.
And I love your advice about the girls' trip.
Thanks.
So nice meeting you. And give you a little shout out for
Sure, of course.
Black Travel TV.
Sure. Hi, this is Essence Atkins, and you are looking at Black Travel TV. Don't go anywhere. Well, actually, yeah, do. Lots of places.
You're welcome.
Your web. What is the essential thing a wing woman must do?
Essential thing that a wing woman must do, she's got to keep her eye open for her girl. You know what I'm saying? So when she sees some action happening that she might not see, she knows when to get that nudge. That part.
And then what do you know about accuracy in television, movies, and what do you think that this is an accurate movie and depiction over girls' trips?
I definitely think so. Off of, you know, a wild girls trip.
Favorite